All right, this is David Elder. I'm Skyping with big ticket Walt Harris in the office of Strikehard, getting ready for a big fight on June 15th. And Walt, it's a pleasure to have you on here with me. How you been?
Appreciate you having me.
Yeah. Now, Walt, what are you doing? Get your headset on there. You look like you might be flying an airplane or something.
Nah, I'm actually playing Xbox right now. I'm on Xbox Live. This is what I do in my free time.
I thought you just trained all the time.
I mean, majority of it is training, but when I get some downtime, I'm trying to get it in on the Xbox, man.
I heard that. Well, you
got Xbox. If you happen to see this, I would love to get a sponsorship. That'd be awesome.
Well, yeah, we would too. So Strikehard's in on that one with you. You got a tough opponent coming up in your hometown in Birmingham with Tony Melton. What do you know about Tony?
From what I understand, he's a kickboxer. Got golden gloves like myself. So, it's gonna be a good stand-up fight, man. I like to stand and bang, and I'm hoping that's what he come to do, man. We'll see. The best man gonna win that night. I'm gonna be the best man. I put too much hard work in to lose that fight. So.
Well, how's your training camp been going so far?
Oh man, it's good, man. It's been going well. They get some good work in, some good cardio conditioning and skill work in. Looking forward to this fight, man. I feel better than I felt in a long time at this point in camp. So I'm excited to get in there and do my thing.
Right. Well, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves at all because I know you take one fight at a time, but I know you watched the UFC last night.
Yes, sir.
What did you see? We had a lot of heavyweight fights going on last night. What did you see?
Man, I just saw a lot of guys that I want to get in there and get down with, man. I saw a lot of opportunities, a lot of things I know I can go in there and do, man. That I'll be excited to go in there and get a chance to do. So, of course, I see myself fighting in the UFC soon one day, and everybody is an opponent. I go and I study everybody, and take a look at everything they do, and I feel like I match up well with some of those guys already. So,
Well, I just got off the phone with Tony, and he's out in Texas, and I asked him, I said, what does this fight mean to you, Tony? And he said it means whether I go to the next level or I'm a journeyman for the rest of my life, So he said, I'm looking at this as life or death. And getting in a cage when it locks behind you, when a man is looking at his career at life or death, how does that make you feel?
That's what I want, man. I mean, I'm here to fight the best, you know what I'm saying? So I want to test myself against the top guys. I want to test myself against tough guys, in order to be considered an elite fighter and make it to that next level. You gotta, you gotta be prepared to fight all type of fighters. Any guys that are dangerous, guys that are on their last leg, guys that have been there, done that. You gotta be prepared to fight all those guys. And I feel like I've trained with some great guys. I've trained with top guys in the world and held my own. So, a fight is a fight. I look at a man, he put his shorts on just like I do. So I'm going there to do my job and take care of what I can take care of. And that's going in and be the best Walt Harris, the best big ticket I can be.
Well, obviously, from a matchmaker standpoint, striker versus striker, he's a two-time national champion kickboxer. As an amateur, a two-time Golden Glove national champion boxer. You're also a Golden Glove boxer. Nobody has ever doubted your hands, your power. I personally witnessed you and Deontay Wilder sparring for his last fight that he had coming up in England. You did an outstanding job with a world-class Olympic future heavyweight champion. I watched you in there hold your own with him, and we're all expecting a slugfest. But what happens if this fight goes to the ground?
If it go to the ground, I plan on dominating because that's one of the areas of my game I put a lot of emphasis on. With me being so close to my dream of fighting in the UFC, I saw that as one of my holes, one of the holes in my game, and I've been working really hard to to shore up that hole. So if it does go to the ground, I'm very confident that I can do what I need to do, get a submission, whatever. I'm becoming more well-rounded as I get older and as the more I train, so I'm prepared to go anywhere.
Now, have you been working on your wrestling a little bit?
Oh yeah, always. That's like I said, that's one of my one of my weaknesses, I feel. So, and the first step to becoming a great fighter is acknowledging what you need to work on, and that's where I focus. That's where I put my time and my effort into, because I know I can box. I know I can strike. That's a part that's been proven in my game. But my wrestling and stuff like that hasn't been tested. So I feel like, that's why I need to spend most of my time working, and that's what I do.
Well, I won't keep you too much longer, Walt. We'll do this again before the fight, but I do want to tell all the fans that will be seeing this is I don't know how much longer Birmingham will have Walt Harris. I don't know how much longer Strikehard will have Walt Harris, because I can tell you that when I booked this fight and we announced it, I had 5 national publications call and ask for press credentials to get to this fight, to watch you fight, and to watch Tony fight. There's a lot on the line here. I know that people from Bellator, the UFC, people that can help you get there will be at this fight to watch you fight. So for all the fans out there of Walt Harris, Alabama MMA fans, don't miss a great fight out here on June 15th at Zamora Shrine in all 459. And Walt, what do you have to say about that? For these fans that want to come out and see something, what are they going to get to see?
Y'all gonna get to see an explosive fight. Like I'm working my butt off. I trained my butt off for this fight. I've been training actually for, it seems like 3 months for this. You know what I mean? Like I've had a bunch of fights fall through, and I just been in the gym working, man. So y'all need to come out and see a great show. Strikehard put on an excellent show, top of the line, first class. I mean, and I'm not just saying that because I'm on the line with Dave and Lance. Like, these are my dudes. Like, whether I'm fighting for them or not, I've always supported their movement. Even when I was an amateur and I never had a chance to fight for Strikehard as an amateur, I would come to their shows and I was always impressed. And if you got a chance to come out June 15th, I highly recommend you do it, because it's gonna be a great night of fights.
Well, Walt, we appreciate you being on here with us, and we'll do this again over the next couple of weeks. And I'll see you next week up in Birmingham, I'm sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No doubt.
All right. Thank you. Stay tuned. More coming up with Strikehard, Skype, Facebook online here.